Hey, welcome back to the channel Ster-e-o-type. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You heard? Hey, what's happening? Thank you for tuning back in, man. Go ahead and share and subscribe this video so you can get the latest updates. Hey, I want to talk about, in case you haven't heard, a lot of people, I'm always surprised at how many people don't watch the news. But if you haven't watched the news and you don't know that there is a strike going on right now where the port workers are going on strike, over 45,000 port workers in total, which means, let me pull up this map. So all these ports are shut down: Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, yada yada, yada, all the way up to Boston. So there is nothing coming in. Now, I'm always labeled conspiracy theories, and I embrace it because somebody got to do it. But so what I find ironic is that right after the biggest hurricane we ever had, all of a sudden, now I'm not saying this is in timing with that, but it's definitely a hell of a coincidence. So all these people are suffering with their bridges out in Tennessee. There's houses still underwater. There's no electricity, no cell phone service, and all these ports are shut down. So these people won't even be able to rebuild because there's not right now, because there's no lumber, there's no steel, there's no everything that comes in is going to come from there, and nothing's coming in. The ports are shut down. These people are going on strike because they said that they're getting unfair wages. They said that they want a 77% pay increase. That's almost whatever they get paid now. That's almost double. That's what they're saying. If they make 100 grand a year, they're saying they want to make 200 grand a year. Now, not to belittle them or their job, but from someone like myself who's been in the trucking industry for over 10 years, and their gripe is that they haven't had a fair pay increase in the last 5 years. I think they get like a 2.5% increase every year. Coming from somebody who's been in trucking for 10 years and know a lot of guys that are in trucking, um, we've had a pay decrease consecutively for the last 10 years. And unlike them, we don't leave the house and go clock in and sit somewhere and move machinery from one spot to another, clock out, go home, get back in the bed. No, that's not what we do. We leave the house, go get in a truck, and move product from Texas to Arizona to California, sleep in the truck, get up, drive it to New York, go to sleep, get up, drive it to Florida, go to sleep, get up, drive it to Washington, and come home 2 weeks later. And we've been out here just like they said they've been out here through the COVID-19 and all that. So have we. We was out here right with them. So while they're sitting up complaining about, and I'm not saying that they don't have the right to complain. Hey man, you do whatever you feel like you need to do. I'm not knocking that. But one thing I will say is that every trucker that I know has had the same complaint for the last 10 years for sure. The trucking industry has gone down. Like when if you show up to the port and your machine isn't working, the money that it takes to get that machine fixed will not come out of your pocket. Your check will still be the same for showing up for that 8 or 10 or 12 hours you worked that. When I show up to my truck, if my truck not working, the money to get it working comes out of my pocket. And I'm out here still taking a decrease every year for the last 10 years and work through COVID. And again, I'm not knocking them for what they're doing, but truckers definitely have a bigger gripe. In fact, once they make their deal to get back working, it'll be a trucker that goes to pick that container up that brings it from that state to another state so that the American people can get product. But that's another story. But if you haven't heard about the ports being shut down, they are. And what you need to do for you and your family is you need to go stock up on water, toiletries, canned goods, food that can stay in the can, Um, Toothpaste, body wash, water for sure. Everything you think you'll need. Like um, again, people always say it's a big conspiracy that something big is gonna happen, but we're in the midst of a war. Like Iran just dropped missiles on Israel. I thought Israel was already at war with Hamas or whatever it is, and America keeps sending money to Israel to help them fight wars that we're quote unquote not in. But how are we funding a war that we're not technically in? Then you got Russia and Ukraine. So it's a lot of stuff going on right around us that makes it seem like something's going to happen. So something else you need to do. If you don't have it, I don't know why any grown man wouldn't have it, but if you're a grown ass man and you got a family to protect, you better have some kind of arms to protect your family because surely you're not going to depend on the police or the government or the military to protect your house and protect your kids. You better be doing that your damn self. Um, so stockpile your food, stockpile your weapons, and shit. Get with your family and come up with some kind of plan. Uh, Again, that's where we are right now. We're still October, and we're still just a little bit over a month out from the election, and it seems like every month since we've gotten closer and closer to this election, something just catastrophic keeps happening. Like Trump getting shot, quote unquote, the biggest hurricane ever. The list goes on. I hate to blame the Democrats for everything, but I'm definitely suspect of them. Yeah, so man, get your house in order. Get you some water. Get you some food. Get you some gas. Get you a big ass gas tank and fill it with gas. Get you a generator. Like people keep saying, go to the bank and get you some money out. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. I mean, yeah, cool. It's cool to get you some money out the bank, but what good is that going to do? I mean, where you going to spend it at? That's my whole thing. Where you going to spend this money that you're going to get out the bank? I mean, I agree with not letting the banks have it, but anyhow, this is America. You know what I mean? So shit get crazy and crazier every day. Um, Again, if you don't watch the news, I suggest you start watching the news. You know, it comes on 3 4 times a day. You got 6 a.m., 4 5 p.m., you got 10 p.m. You got to watch one of them, bro. You need to see what's going on around you, man. It's bigger than just the radio. Anyhow, that's my 2 cents. So